Ruby and Yang have a heartbreaking moment. Qrow and Robin bump into something. What could it be? And Penny is free from the hack, kind of. That and more on today's episode of BrobusCast RWBY Edition.
When you don't know where to turn to, and you're sure all hope is gone. When the day you waited for won't come, and dark won't yield to dawn. Trust Lord. Open up your eyes. Trust Lord. The truth is there, but sometimes it's disguised. The ways of sin, but we're together, holding toward the light. When we trust in love and open our eyes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I'm your host, Brobuscus. With me today is Aidan.
Hello, Aidan here.
And mate.
I am also here. Hello.
Very simple intros. I like it.
Well,
Well,
it's,
After the last recording, don't want to go off track for too long.
yeah,
I'm still sorry about that, by the way.
Don't be. But anyways, yeah. We're here today to talk about Volume 8, Chapter 11, Risk. Yeah, I've got nothing more to add. I've got nothing crazy to say, so I guess let's just get into it.
Yeah, we start off by, rehearing Osmond's, not Osmond, Ironwood's
Ironwood.
announcement. Jesus.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Grimm are everywhere.
yeah.
It's late, okay?
It's fine.
It's
Also, that
unclear if this is like new Grimm from like everyone's panic, or if this is just like the remaining Grimm from when the whale was just oozing them all out.
yeah.
Mm.
Also, the racist old lady from way earlier in the volume is sitting down next to Hans Simmons.
And if you look closely, they're holding hands.
Aww.
Cute.
In the
So,
past,
ship confirmed.
I
in the
guess.
past 24 hours, she went from hating faunus to loving them. Character development at its finest.
There we go.
There you go.
Well, also those two mothers hugging each other, like the one with the foxtail and the one we saw earlier with the giant shovel, just going, "I'll just get our things," and their kids are comforting each other.
Aww.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little family bonding there.
Yeah.
Whilst all this stuff is going on and everyone is terrified about the imminent threat of death.
Especially the happy huntresses. They're all here and they're all freaking out.
But at least we know May is okay.
Indeed.
Because last episode we didn't really have a clear indication on that.
Yeah. And then we cut to Ironwood and Winter. They're walking down the hallway, and apparently they walk so menacingly that these two guards from before just stop in their tracks to salute.
Tell me, Winter, have you ever heard of the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Oh god.
And
If anything, it would be Darth Osmond the Wise.
And apparently the Aesops thought Ironwood was bluffing during his message.
I mean, you'd like to think he was.
I mean, you'd like to think that, but like, how? How do you think? You've worked with him for how long, and you're thinking he's bluffing with that?
And I'm just going to point out, it's Marrow and Elm in particular that are hoping that he's bluffing, whereas Vine and Harriet don't really seem to care.
Well, at the very least, Vine seems to think Ironwood is bluffing, but doesn't really mind, but thinks it's a good move. And then Harriet's like, who cares?
Yeah, because I think Vine's just more like pragmatic and uncaring, rather
Yeah.
than like an evil guy, you know?
Yeah.
He's like so zen, he's cut off all like emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out, little visual symbolism, the two that are more likely to turn are on one side when they line up, and the other two are on the other. So,
Yep.
I see you there, Qrow.
And apparently even Winter's like, yeah, he's totally bluffing, right?
Nope.
And then Ironwood's like, I'm pretty sure I made my point clear during my James Bond message.
Also, I require a revolving chair and a kitten.
Was the ominous lighting not clear enough? Should I go do that again?
Yeah.
He needs one of those like clap things,
Yeah.
and just a spotlight wherever he goes.
And even more visual cue when we cut back to the Aesops. Marrow and Elm are just in complete disbelief that he's actually going through with it, and then again, Vine and Harriet just don't seem to care. All right then.
You know, I expect this from Harriet at this point, but fine. I'm surprised at you.
I'm not. Like,
I mean, this was kind of like hinted at before. I think, you know, like Vine was always very like, well, not aloof, but like not apathetic about like most things.
yeah. He also doesn't tend to like have a moment to think like, yeah, wait, we are doing the total wrong thing here. And obviously Harriet's just like, yeah, I just want Mantle destroyed, apparently. Okay,
Jesus.
I know. And this is where the long-awaited possible turncoat for Marrow is.
Yeah, because he finally tells Ironwood like what he really thinks of everything. I'm sorry, I just burped there.
Yeah, it's fine.
About how he's essentially just doing Salem's job for her.
And that's ever since the last episode came out, I would just keep having like moments to like vent over Ironwood's decision, because it's like, yeah, you really are doing Salem's job for her, and she's not here right now, but man, with you around, she might as well be.
Salem
Yeah.
is very proud of him.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Salem to just see what's going on and just be like,
Just leave.
well, I don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah. Salem really
even
doesn't.
Cinder and Watts last episode were like, dude, this is going a bit far.
Like, yeah, if you really think about it, Salem really doesn't have any reason to be here anymore. Instead of just like, unless she wants to continue instigating this argument, like just keep adding fuel to the fire. But at the same time, like, Ironwood's pretty much dividing the entire kingdom as is. So just she could just leave and let them destroy themselves. That seems to be what's going on
she's more
here.
so after the relic rather than, you know, destroying the kingdoms.
True.
Like, I feel like Salem's the type of person that if Ironwood just gave her the staff, she would have just left.
Probably.
Yeah, but anyway, we still got more arguing amongst Aesops. Harriet tells Marrow, hey, shut up.
Know your place.
And Vine's all, hey, if this is what gets the kids to cooperate, then it's worth it.
So does
Because,
not.
you know, screw an entire city.
It's
And
all
its
out to the
people.
hundreds of dead bodies.
And then Elm is just like, I don't like this, but like, we kind of have to do this, right? And then Marrow, having a brain, is like, no, what? Are you guys serious?
I do like how he adds on that he used to wear his rank with pride, but now he just sees it as a collar.
See, it's funny because he's a dog.
Literally everything about Marrow is, I'm a dog.
Pretty much.
That's his entire character. I'm a dog.
Woof, woof.
And And then Ironwood. Okay. I could go on forever about this guy.
Ironwood decides to play fetch with a bullet.
Ironwood just straight up pulls a gun on him. Like,
I want to point out, before what happens, Marrow hears the gun being ready, so he knows, oh crap, I'm about to die.
yeah. Which is kind of weird because he could literally just turn around, use his semblance and run, but
Yeah. And he has aura, so I don't really think one shot would kill him.
True. That's true. What?
I went slow-mo and paused at the perfect chance. It's literally just Winter's fist in Marrow's face. BAM!
Yeah, Winter does just straight up knock him out. Obviously, she does this to save him from certain death, but
yeah.
And
as we see in a bit, it's just kind of an excuse to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I just like how Elm does the double take. She looks at this happening, then at Ironwood, then back at Winter putting the cuffs on Marrow.
Yeah. Elm is just
also,
in
can we
complete
just say, shout out to Winter for not only doing that to save Marrow's life, but she could have easily gotten shot herself doing that.
True.
But she put herself in the line of fire to save Marrow.
Yeah,
that's true, and I think
she probably would have just shot Marrow anyway.
Yeah, I think Winter is actually in a less favorable position when it comes to aura, at least, because I'm pretty sure she's still kind of recovering. I don't know. We didn't get much of an update on that. So
it has been a few hours at this point, so maybe her aura's back. We don't know how long it takes.
Yeah.
It's been over a day.
Yeah, so it's
probably got her aura back.
Yeah, it's probably back, but again, we don't know. We don't know for certain.
Also, you have to consciously put it up like a shield.
That's true. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Winter's just like, all right. So I'm gonna take this guy. Away. Ironwood's like, all right, go ahead. I'm really surprised he doesn't just go. No, he turned his back on. He turned his back on me. I'm shooting him.
See, he can still be redeemed.
Okay.
I mean, you know someone's making that argument.
Probably. He'll let one of his former operatives live, and yet he'll destroy an entire city just because he can. All right, that makes a ton of sense.
It's more just to get a robot.
I know, but it's still weird. Anyways, yeah, the ASOP's back up. I like how Elm's just she's still staring in disbelief, and then she sees that the ASOPs are lined up, and she's like, "Oh shoot, right."
I don't want to get shot.
Okay, Emerald. Not Emerald. Elm. I know what you just saw is terrifying, but you need to turn good too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Elm's. Marrow's pretty much got his. Is at his point. I think it's Elm's turn now.
So you know what? We need Harriet and Vine versus Marrow and Elm.
Yeah.
The next episode.
Watch.
I'd be cool with it.
So yeah, that was fun. Time for more depression.
I have some levity in this next scene. It's mostly just because I'm staring at Blake and how adorably she's singing.
Yeah, I was wanting to mention that. I really like how everyone's framed here, because it is just another scene of people standing around and talking, but everyone's doing their own thing, really. Oscar's looking out the window in a very Ozpin way. Emerald's leaning up against the wall like she doesn't care. Yang's next to RWBY.
Ruby's just in complete she's stressed.
And Blake sat curled up with her knees up to her chest.
Yeah, and then Weiss is just pacing. They're all just sitting there thinking, okay, what do we do? What do we do now? We either give him Penny or Mantle's destroyed.
There's also the everyone in Mantle is trapped, and Salem isn't going to be gone forever.
Yeah, and they still don't have Qrow and Robin.
Yeah. And all the Snee Company ships are now destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruby's borderline given up.
Honestly, with everything they're up against, I can't say I blame her.
No, I can't either, but like, as Emerald points out, like, Ruby's usually the one with all the answers, and now she doesn't have any. Granted, Emerald says that in the most, like, douchey way possible, but
Condescending way.
yeah, but she still got a point. Like, if Ruby doesn't have all the answers, which she usually does, then now we're really screwed.
Emerald, time and place.
No, but yeah, but again, she's not wrong.
I know, but
Although Weiss and Yang don't exactly take that in the best term, and Emerald's just freaking scared.
well, I mean, yeah, it's Yang who's pissed. I'd be scared too.
Oh, I know, but like, well, you'd think Emerald would at least try to get into like a defensive stance or something, but nope.
Okay, let's be real. Emerald could not take on Yang.
No, but
Not by herself.
at the very least, I'd expect her to at least do something instead of
I mean, maybe she just
cower behind a
assumed
wall.
that someone would interfere, because then, like, immediately when Yang goes for Emerald, Oscar just speaks up, and that's what happened last time. So
True.
maybe, I don't know.
Still, I don't know. I guess I would have expected Emerald to do more than that. But either way, yeah. They also don't really take the best. They also don't really react the best to Oscar reminding them that Oz is back. This will become more important later, but I digress. It's still a thing that happens. And again, Ruby's just like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, she even mentions, like, we're in the exact same place we were yesterday, and yeah, so it's been a whole day since the start of the volume.
That's concerning, actually.
And that was, like, the next day after Volume 7.
Yeah, and everything that happened there. So I want to point out that, and I saw someone tweet about this, I think it was before this episode came out, all of these characters, except for Nora, have gone without sleep or rest for, at the very bare minimum, 2 days.
I think they might be at 3 now. Oh
Maybe.
no, wait, this would be the 3rd.
It would be? Alright.
Yeah, no, this is the 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, can the volume just end with, like,
Them finally
Okay,
getting a moment to relax.
like, hypothetically, let's say this is the end of Atlas, we're going to Qrow, and they're just like, alright, I have a plan, and it's just like, they're all napping.
Anyways, yeah, Yang tries to comfort Ruby, and she just straight up storms off. Poor girl. She's what, 17 at this point, and
I believe so, yeah.
she's going through all of this and having to bear the burden of all this. Like, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to deal with something like that.
And then there's the other stuff that we'll get to that she's
Yeah.
also dealing with.
Although, to give Ruby a bit of a break, we cut to Team Juniper, minus Piro. And
Why'd you have to bring that up?
I keep mentioning because I keep saying Juniper, but it's really only Junior at this point.
Also, I say that like it's too soon. How many years has it been? Like 5 years at this point.
I think so.
5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Even still, every time I say Juniper, I'm like, wait a minute, it's only Junior. Never mind.
I mean, I guess you can call
Also-
them Juniper if you count Oscar as part of the team, because then he.
Yeah, but Oscar's not here right now, so.
Also, I say that like I'm hurt by it, but after the cracks I made of it, just I have no right to get sad. Honestly,
Can't be hurt by it anymore.
no.
Anyways, yeah. So, Jean is trying to heal up Nora's scars, and clearly it's not working.
Yeah, they're not fading.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. I guess Nora's.
I mean, Nora, on the plus side, if you use your semblance, they might glow and you'll look freaking badass.
Cool.
That's what I'm hoping for, at least.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Sure.
I do think it's good that they kept the scars, though.
No, I agree. I mean, it's painful to look at, but like it's realistic in a way. Granted, of course.
I want to see Nora absorb electricity, have them glow, and her be like, "I look awesome."
Granted, one could argue talking about realism in a show like this, but I digress. It's natural.
People with animal traits using their like soul as a shield, and everyone has their own superpower.
I know.
I mean, we've been getting a bit more scientific this volume, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we had the whole
Plus,
explanation of, like, semblances and stuff like that, and, like, using, like, physics to explain it, so...
Plus, I mean, from a story perspective, it would make it kind of be underwhelming to just be like, to have Jean to show up, use his semblance, be like, alright, you're all good. It's like, oh, well, that was pointless now, wasn't it?
Go up to Mercury, here's your legs back.
Yang takes a robo arm off and just regrows it.
Oh gosh. That'd be horrifying, actually.
Oh, that'd probably be so painful.
Probably.
No, I've actually had this. I had this like weird idea for like an evolved semblance for Yang. Where it'd be like, let's say the robo arm gets like broken in a fight, and she gets so mad that her arm essentially reforms, but it's just an arm made of fire.
Huh.
And okay, that would look freaking dope.
That would.
Like, and after the fight's finished, the arm just turns into ash, but there's a human arm underneath it. I don't think they'll go that way.
No.
Probably not.
That would be kind of cool, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, just have like the arm of fire after a robo arm gets broken. That'd just be badass.
Well, anyways, enough about talking about things that are freaking awesome. Let's talk about things that are freaking depressing.
Yeah.
Nora is in a complete depressive state right now.
Because it's just another ditzy move from Nora. Ren says that isn't true, and Nora finally lets it all out.
Yeah.
And just tells Ren off for all the crap he's been doing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And to Ren's credit, he doesn't interrupt.
Nor does he deny it. In fact, quite the opposite.
Yeah.
He totally agrees with Nora.
Yeah.
Ren's been through quite a lot, so I guess I can't blame him,
well,
but at the same time,
so-
like, he definitely took things a bit far.
Yeah. I mean, it is a very, like, normal, not really normal, but, like, an understandable way to deal with, like, stress and grief and that sort of stuff, just, like, pushing everyone away.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
there are people that do that.
can I just say I'm kind of proud of myself for not making a joke out of a certain line Nora has. And it's actually quite hard for me, so, pat on my back.
Okay.
I'll tell you what the line is afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Yeah, Ren just like, well, I screwed up. I messed things up. I've just been a heavy weight, and you guys have been carrying me. So why don't I get stronger and prove my own power? But that kind of pushed him. The problem is that kind of pushed him away from his friends. He's just focusing on getting stronger over, actually trying to help out like he
listing off
wants.
all the stuff that's gone wrong.
Yeah.
It is very understandable as well, because that's been something people have been saying about Ren from the very beginning. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't really have a very, like, combat-oriented semblance. He's not the most effective in fights. So that's
He's
kinda
also-
like,
He's also
brings,
the
like,
most frail out of the main cast.
yeah. So they're kind of bringing that in-universe and making it, like, an actual thing that Ren has to psychologically deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. And this leads to Jean. Okay.
Well, I mean, after Ren says that his biggest failure was as a teammate and as a partner while looking Nora in the eye, that's when Jean has that reaction.
I shouldn't
Jean-
be here.
Okay, round of applause to Jean because he's finally learned how to read the room and leave whenever whenever people need time to themselves.
Yeah. And he actually comes up with a good reason for why he's leaving. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen it in shows where someone comes up with a really stupid excuse for just walking out of the room.
Yeah. I've got a thing
Matt.
to do at a place. I'll go. I'm gonna go now.
I do kind of wish that he just more, like, silently left the room. To be honest, I don't know if it's a me thing, but that kind of, like... It's a very big tone shift from what we were going at that point.
I mean, I get it, but like,
Dude, it's Jean and it's this show.
yeah.
I know.
and,
I
like,
just kind of wish that they
Recently,
just-
we don't get a lot of stuff like that lately. So it's almost kind of like, whenever stuff like this happens, it kind of feels like a callback to, like the first 2 volumes of RWBY and how silly they used to be. So I don't know. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad or anything. It's just I kind of wish they just left it out, but that's just more of a me thing.
And then it's time for Ren and Nora to finally have a moment together, to like express their feelings. 'Cause boy, howdy, do we need that.
I do like this moment where Nora's saying that all she does is make jokes and smash things with a hammer, and Ren's no, that's not true. And lists all this stuff that is great about Nora,
Yeah.
which we will come back to later. And that's when Ren drops the L word.
Yeah.
And we finally get someone in the show, like, okay, saying to their romantic partner, I love you.
Yep.
I have to admit, like, my reaction's not out by the time we're recording this. I could feel my eyes welling up when he said it.
Aw.
Man, if 2 other characters do this, oh boy. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, though.
Yeah.
I never got 2 love confessions in the same volume.
Not impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically Nora's going off on like, so yeah, when you found me, we became Ren and Nora. But I've come to realize, I don't know what just Nora is. I don't know what I'm capable of on my own.
Also, we do get a little bit of backstory on Nora, because she mentions that when the Grimm invaded Qrow, that her mother just took off.
But wasn't she already an orphan in Qrow, the town?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. I'm kind of confused on that too.
It could have just been like maybe her and her mother were on the streets.
Maybe.
Oh,
Or,
maybe.
like,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't like the town. Like she got ditched, then came to the town. Then there was a second Grimm attack.
Yeah, well, it's possible. Yeah.
That's possible too. Yeah.
And then she bit Kaiser Neko because she really wants to know where the hell that Scouser came from.
But anyways, no, it just comes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the volume. We never really get a moment with just Ren and just Nora. Whenever we think of the two, they're always. Whenever we think of either of them, that we always think of them as
Ren and
like-
Nora.
yeah, Ren and Nora, not just Ren and just Nora. So I said that it was that's probably why they were split up on this mission, so that we could finally have something like that. Plus, I mean, it's just nice to see characters interact with other characters aside from their who they hang out with the most. Like Yang was broken apart from like Ruby and Blake and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's just kind of nice to see. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just my name is Nora and I'm with Ren. That's it.
And I'm skipping a little bit ahead here, but Nora also mentions that like she needs to figure all this stuff out about herself before she can be the partner that Ren needs. So, for those who really, really want Renora to happen, like myself, this isn't deconfirming it. It's basically saying they're gonna figure themselves out and then pick things back up down the line.
Which I
Yeah.
really like, to be honest, because I was expecting them to, just get together, like, officially by the end of this volume. But I think just having them, decide we need to, we love each other, but we need to, like, work on ourselves first before we can be together again. I think that's a very mature way of handling it.
Yeah, it's also the healthy way of going about it too, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Plus, I mean,
if they just relied on each other all the time, it just become a codependent relationship, which isn't what you want.
yeah. Plus, I mean, like, if you're gonna argue that, people who would argue that this deconfirms Renora, like, I actually would argue the opposite. I feel like this confirms Ren and Nora more than anything.
Yeah, like they say I love you. Like,
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing you could do to confirm a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just need more time apart so that they can figure out who am I without this person.
Bye-bye! I saw a funny little fan drawing of this. Well, not of this moment specifically, but it's Blake and Yang doing their headbutt of love, and then it's just Nora calling out, just going, "Hey, Mom says it's our turn for the slow burn."
That's funny.
Actually, you know what? If they just want to full-on confirm, like, Bumblebee at the end of this volume, and then have Ren and Nora be the slow burn duo for the remainder of the series, then yeah, I'm good with
sure.
that.
Whatever.
How the tables have turned.
I know, right? Like, I feel like everybody
it would be.
I feel like everybody would have expected at this point. Like, I feel like if you when you go back and remember you first watching this show and first bumping into these two, you're like, they're a thing, aren't they?
Yeah. Like when I first watched RWBY for the first time, I was sure they were a thing up until Nora was speaking and saying fumbling over herself. and like saying, "Oh, like no, that I don't think you're not handsome." Like that's kind of when I thought, "Oh, so they're not actually in a relationship yet."
Yeah. Although even still, like they might as well have been with just how much we knew. But anyways, we also this is funny. So we see Ren boop Nora instead of the other way around.
Before we talk about that, man, the freaking sweet moment when Ren says, "Yeah, of course it's okay," and just wipes a tear from Nora's eye.
Yeah, it's
Just
great.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, now say it.
And then we get a boop. Ren boops Nora.
And then they do the headbutt of love.
Yeah.
I
Again,
would have
like
found
this,
it funny if Nora was just like completely stunned that Ren did it to her. Like Nora XD has stopped working.
Anyways, Qrow!
Yes, I knew you were gonna like talking about this.
This is the most we've seen these two in a while.
Well, they finally have their weapons back.
Yeah,
I know,
the
I've missed-
guard kill count is now at 6.
I've missed
Okay, I'm pretty
Harbinger's.
sure he hasn't killed any.
I know, I just like joking about the fact that he's killed the guard. Because, like, we even mentioned it last time that when he was, like, knocking them out in the choker hold, it looked so much like he was just snapping their
That is
neck.
yeah, it was by far the fastest sleeper hold I've ever seen.
I know.
It's just
So I just
grab,
like to joke
done.
that he's just going around murdering all these guards.
Anyways,
He's messed up, I know, but still.
anyways, oh my gosh, I have missed Harbinger so much. I'm so glad to see it again.
I don't know why it was kept in a locker.
I don't know either. I would
Where
have
else would you put it?
I don't know. I would have
Well, I
expected.
mean, like, if it's the weapon,
I don't know. Maybe a guard grabs it or something. I don't know.
or like it was in like a chest or something. Like in a real prison, you wouldn't just put like an inmate's like gun in like a locker.
Although I have
Wait,
to.
when you say chest, are you thinking like Legend of Zelda?
No,
Like,
no.
Qrow opens it up. Down.
I mean, that would be cool, but
That would be hilarious.
I misspoke with chest. Like a more secure room, and like not in like high school from Beacon Academy lockers.
See, my question is, why was it? How is it so easy for Qrow to just be like, all right, so this is the locker that has my giant sword in it. Okay.
Well, I mean, it looks like a bunch of them are open, so he must have been like looking through them. Just okay,
True,
where
and
it?
there
Where
is an
it? Where
unconscious
it?
guard. True, and there is an unconscious guard right next to Robin, so it's possible that that he told them where their weapons are, and then they just knocked him out.
Yeah. Or they just
Yeah.
went room to room until they eventually found the weapon room.
Anyways, Robin is looking through the security cams. She sees Ironwood's message, and she sees that, yeah, the bomb is in fact going on a payload and heading straight for Mantle. Yeah, this guy definitely hasn't lost his mind. Yeah, well, one thing I want to point out, this obviously means nothing because we don't see it on screen, but when Qrow turns to leave, but he's turning in like Robin's direction to leave. So if the camera had been zoomed out a bit more, we might have just seen Harbinger just completely phase through Robin's legs. I mean, like, irrelevant, right? Like, we don't actually see that, but
Would have been funny.
would have been funny. It's just something I thought would be pointing out. Anyways, they're just straight up Metal Gearing down a hallway. Just to get to Ironwood. They don't have a cardboard box though. That's kind of lame. But
They'll get found out like so much easier.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that happens when you're saying that you want to kill the guy in charge of the facility that you're invading in the middle of the facility you're invading.
By the way, Man, shout out to Robin for talking some sense into Qrow about this.
I know. I didn't know how to feel about like when Qrow was like, "Oh, we can kill the man who put us here." Obviously, like we knew he was talking about Ironwood. But, I didn't know how to feel about it at the time because on one hand, yeah, Ironwood probably deserves it at this point.
Hell, Qrow says it himself.
But at the same time, I just couldn't find myself being comfortable enough to have Qrow. Look, I love Qrow. He's my favorite character, but like him being the one to take down Ironwood, I don't know.
I feel like that would lead Qrow down a dark path that we really
Yeah.
don't want to go down.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Like if the two were to fight, Qrow would easily win. I don't think there's any debate about that.
Here's an idea, Qrow. Rather than killing him, why not just cut off all his robotic limbs?
God. Oh my. No, I don't want to imagine that. I don't want to have that messed up thought.
Although it would just result with Ironwood just being on the ground, just flailing angrily.
Yes, that's what I was picturing.
Oh my gosh.
The next time we see him, he's got no robot limbs and he's just in a wheelchair. In prison or something.
Nah, knowing Ironwood, he'd probably just, like, make his body even more metal. Screw humanity at this point. Like,
I am the machine.
But yeah, I'm glad that Qrow is like getting some sense talking to him. I mean, obviously I don't blame Qrow for being mad at Ironwood, not one bit.
I don't think any of us do.
No.
Like obviously, like I agree. On one hand, it's like I said, I agree with Qrow. Ironwood deserves this. I hate to say it, but I agree with it. But not you, man.
I mean, I do, yeah, because, like, you can't exactly, like, give Ironwood a trial, because he's, like, he's in charge of the country.
Yeah.
So, like, you either need to imprison him and, like, have someone else take over, which could create a power vacuum, or you just need to, you know, end him.
Yeah. But like
That's
again,
just like, if not Qrow, who?
I don't know, but I don't want it to be Qrow. And if it ends up happening and it does turn out to be Qrow who kills Ironwood, I hope it I don't hope it comes to this, but like it will probably come with like consequences or something, and Qrow will be like, oh shoot, what have I done? That's the only way I could see Qrow being able to kill Ironwood and not go down a dark path.
I just kind of hope it's not one of those things where, like, Qrow gets, like, morally shamed
I know.
for doing it, because, like, killing Ironwood is objectively the right thing to do.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, 'cause
actually
otherwise-
says a lot coming from you.
Really.
Yeah, I loved Ironwood up until this point, but Volume 8 Ironwood's not the Ironwood I loved. Like, the character I loved. Like, it is objectively the right thing to do. He's going to murder hundreds of people.
Yeah, he's gonna
So,
he's gonna
Way
murder
more than that.
he's gonna murder
I mean, we
hundreds
don't
and
know the
abandon.
population, man. I assume it's like hundreds, maybe thousands.
Like hundreds of thousands, maybe nearing the millions.
Could
Well,
you
either-
imagine
Well, either way, he's gonna be murdering that amount and then abandoning much more because he's just gonna be straight up leaving Remnant.
Yeah.
I would like to point something out. I don't think Ironwood realizes this. Salem's remains are still on Atlas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you get Atlas up into the atmosphere, Salem's just gonna respawn, take the staff, and then just jump off of Atlas or fly off of Atlas. And then Atlas is just gonna plummet into the ground.
Yeah, Ironwood's whole plan has no meaning anymore.
Like, maybe it could have worked if it happened before Salem arrived.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean,
but
the only other thing is just evacuate everyone off of Atlas, and just send it into space with Salem on it.
That could work. If that was his plan, I'd be more for it.
Yeah, but that still leaves the problem of Atlas still has the relic, which is exactly what Salem wants.
Well, no. Salem wants the relic for herself.
I know,
Like,
but
No, here's the thing. She needs the Winter Maiden in order to get it.
Yeah,
If Penny's not on there, she can't get it.
yeah. And also, if she gets sent into space, she's just gonna end up like Cars from JoJo's Part 2, and just keep on dying over and over again with the lack of oxygen.
well, the thing is that you need they need the relic to launch Amity. So you can't just launch
Really
Amity.
don't.
You
No,
can't
they
just.
launched Amity with dust.
Yeah.
Oh, not Amity. Atlas. Sorry.
Yeah, but just get everyone off of Atlas down to Mantle, then just launch Atlas into space like Mate suggested. Problem solved.
Okay, but the relic will still be there. Salem.
Well, yeah, but
But Salem can't get to it.
because the relic can do something and still be in the vault. So open the vault, program the relic to send Atlas into space, close the door, send Penny off. Salem wakes up in space.
Oh, I guess.
that
Yeah.
That can just solve
I mean-
all the problems at once.
The only downside is, that just means one of the relics is permanently out of everyone's reach. So, if Oz is ever to try and call the gods back and be like, hey, humanity's good now, that can never happen, so he'll just...
I mean,
Yeah,
I think that's for the
Hmm.
best, personally, because
Yeah.
we know that there's multiple religions on Remnant. So how well do you think it's going to go down if two gods show up and is like, we are the objective gods of the world, all your religions are wrong? That's not really going to go down well, and there's no way you can unite all of humanity to be good, because there's always going to be evil people. So I honestly think it's best just to not let the gods come back, because the gods were awful.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, but then the whole thing is, Oz would just stay cursed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Ozpin, obviously, but it's the better thing for humanity for the gods just to leave them alone.
Yeah.
I mean, we could still have them come back, and then Ruby's all, hey, basically just parodying the ending of Persona 4. Screw you, God, friendship. And the gods are like, dang, that's a lot of friendship, we're out.
I mean, I would like that, actually, but I just, I don't know. If I was in the world of RWBY, I think I would rather just, not have the gods back.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
Sorry for going off tangent like that.
No, it's fine. We needed to talk about that. But anyways, so after calming Qrow down a little bit, Robin's okay, so you still need to think about this for a second, and then she goes on about Clover.
I'm also just going to address, we're probably not going to talk about a little thing that's come up with that particular character. I might tell you guys off camera if you don't know, but we're not touching that.
Nope, no, we're
think
not.
I
We're
know
not.
what you're talking about, but we are not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Nope,
Nope.
I know exactly what he's talking about. We're not talking about that. Nope.
Even if I had to hold the shitty end of a shitty stick.
Nope.
It's like, nope, we're not talking about it.
Nope.
If
I
you
think
want to
I
know,
worded-
Google it.
I think I worded that wrong, but I'm also tired.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's late for me and Mate, so.
But anyways, yeah. If you want to know what we're talking about, just go to Twitter, or actually don't. Just save yourself
Yeah,
some
you're-
brain cells.
You're better off.
Anyways, Robin goes off and says that she considers Qrow the better huntsman compared to Clover, and not because you lived, he didn't.
I was about to add to that. Just-
You're the better huntsman because you won.
Yeah, but because you're the one who was fighting for what was right.
I mean, he was more so fighting not to get arrested.
Which is still right. That's still kind of Robin's point, but like who in their right mind? Okay, like straight up, who in their right mind would be like, okay, so the big baddie is here. We're all screwed. Who do we arrest? Oh, I know, Qrow Bronwyn.
I mean, he could have like tried. Like, we're not gonna get into this whole discussion again. I just, at that point, I didn't really think like he had any reason to think Ironwood's like going super evil. But
no, but this, I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, we're not
Dude.
getting into this again.
Dude, the sign that he was like, going evil was when he shot Councilman Chad.
But that didn't happen yet. Like that fight was in Volume 7, and Chad died in Episode 1 of Volume 8, or was it?
Yeah, it was Episode 1.
So rest in peace, Chad.
Councilman Chad did not deserve that.
No, he didn't.
Look,
He was taken
okay,
from us too soon.
no, okay. Seriously talking, even if we didn't have such this big spiel about Councilman Chad, he still murdered a dude. Like no matter what way you look at it, that ain't cool. Like that does not help your case at all.
No, I'm not arguing for him then. I'm just saying, like, I think it's a bit weird to say that, like, Qrow was objectively right during that entire situation, and that makes him a better huntsman than Clover. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, anyways, the elevator comes in.
I wonder who it could be.
Wonder who it could
I'll
be.
tell you who it be. We'll find out in the next episode.
Maybe. Yeah, Qrow and Robin have are like, wait, what in the world? And you'd think we'd see what's behind the elevator door, but we don't.
Well, let's be real. We don't know who it is.
Yeah, okay. Can we just take the time to say like that is very clearly Winter and Marrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know, we're just
Obviously.
memeing it. We're memeing it for the cameras.
Yeah. Like that's very clearly Winter and Marrow. Can you just imagine if that is them? Can you just imagine what's rolling through Qrow and Robin's minds? Just like, wait, why is she arresting an Aesop?
Or
What's
what
going
if
on
he's
here?
out of the handcuffs by this point?
Huh?
Ooh.
What if he's not restrained?
Oh, that's a good point.
Also, I don't know how well it's going to be keeping Marrow in the prison now that the prison's been destroyed.
I mean, yeah.
Just
I mean, where
just
are they-
stay in the corner. Don't
I mean,
move.
where are they keeping Jock?
That's
That's,
true. Yeah.
that's true. I guess the whole prison isn't destroyed. Like they could still activate some like cells and whatnot. But
Probably. It just only looked like there was 4 cells. And
well, I mean,
Yeah, but that room
the-
was massive.
yeah, the room was
True.
massive, and there were other like parts to the system in there. Granted, a lot of them probably got destroyed by that one idiot with the rocket launcher, but seriously, I have no idea what that dude was thinking. But all right. And at this point, I'm just trying to delay the inevitable because I don't want to talk about this next part.
Oh, fuck. This part. Alright. Well,
Alright, let's rip the bandit off. We cut back
yeah,
to Ruby.
so...
We cut back to Ruby and she's sad.
Yeah, Yang tries to lighten the mood by talking about how the Hound kicked all their asses. Although I'm just gonna throw this back out there because I have to reference it every time, while everyone got their asses handed to them in one go, Blake got back up and kept fighting and no one else did. But that doesn't get mentioned here, so I felt the need to mention it. And Yang's all, oh, you have to just one up your big sis, don't you?
I mean, credit where credit is due. She's trying to lighten the mood. Yeah, it's not working.
yeah,
No,
bringing up the
because-
Hound was probably the worst possible thing she could have done.
Yeah, because Ruby asked, did they tell you what was underneath? And, yeah.
They
Yang
did.
does know. And Ruby's all, do you know what that means? Yang's
Well-
just like, okay, look, let's not worry about that. Let's
Yeah,
not think
Yang's-
about that. And
Yang-
Ruby's like, that's probably what happened to Mom.
I like how Yang's just, before we get more into that, I like how Yang's just like, okay, Ruby, you need to shut your mouth right now. Don't bring that up. Don't you do it.
Yeah,
And then she
because-
does it.
Because clearly Yang has thought about that possibility.
Yeah.
And as soon as it's said, Yang breaks down crying.
Yeah, her tough girl charade is broken. She can't keep that
By the
up
way-
anymore.
Yeah, and I do have to give some credit to RWBY because she pieces it together from evidence that like she is privy to. Like Salem used to kill people with silver eyes, like that story we heard from Maria. But she wants RWBY alive for some reason. What up with that?
Yeah.
And now we know.
Yeah, so I mean, kudos to RWBY for piecing it together.
I also like
guess.
that the reason that Salem wants Ruby alive is not because she's like the special chosen one destined from birth to defeat her. It's just, oh, I want to turn you into another science experiment.
Yeah. I'm glad we finally have that explanation though, because there was like for the longest time, when Salem was like, "I need her alive," I'm like, "Why? Why do you need her alive?" Like, you gain nothing from that, and I'm like, "Oh wait, you actually gain something very horrifying."
Yeah, you gain a new dog.
Well, I have a little theory that might make this worse, but we'll get to that by the end of this scene. So,
Aw.
Ruby's talking about how like her whole plan was stupid, and Yang's like, no, you're being optimistic, and no optimism means we've already lost. But if we have some, we have hope. That's what we need.
Oh
That we
boy, do they
to
need
take
it.
risks sometimes. Ruby ain't having any of it, and Yang's like, hey, you still got the message out. And in case you haven't noticed, my plan didn't work either. But we got this out of it.
Okay, so something. Okay, not related to this discussion, but something I'm noticing because I'm actively trying to look for it in the background. The armor, the knight armor.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
trying to look for the hand?
Yeah, it's not there. I
It
can't
could
see
just like
it.
fallen over because it is bones.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but like, I feel like you'd still at least see something.
I mean, maybe they like took the body out from the armor and buried.
That's dark. Uh, oh. That's not good.
By a Schnee.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what happened there.
Okay.
Sorry,
So-
sorry.
My internet just straight up cut out for no reason.
Oh,
That was probably a good thing you didn't hear what I said then.
Okay. Sorry.
yeah,
where?
let's just So Yang brings up that Summer had to take a risk the day she left, and it didn't work out. But Summer is still her hero.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's really sweet and all, but oh boy, I have some speculation that might make this scene a bit worse. Okay, first of all, a fan theory has resurfaced, and that being the Ruby losing an eye theory.
Oof.
Because did you guys notice when Ruby was, hugging this railing and being all depressed? It covers one of her eyes a lot.
Oh.
And, okay, yeah, jumping ahead a little bit. We know what Neo's after. And that's some revenge on Torchwick. And
And what did Tyrion
So-
say in Volume 4?
eye for an eye. Also, so let's have a look at Team Ruby's physical standing in reverse order. Yang's lost an arm.
Indeed.
Blake's been stabbed through the torso.
Yep.
Weiss has a scar on one of her eyes and was impaled.
Yep.
RWBY hasn't had anything happen to her.
No, her quote unquote injuries are all emotional.
Yeah.
Which is arguably worse, but I digress. But yeah, that's. I mean, I don't subscribe to that theory myself, but I mean, it's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible, and Neo has like the most grounds to actually being able to do it. And yeah, if Neo does that, any possibility of Neo turning good.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever a possibility, but
I just thought it would be a possibility just out of spite towards Cinder.
I always thought at best Neo was going to be like a neutral character, like not for the good guys, not for the bad guys. Like in between.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's assuming she sticks around after this volume, because I don't really think Neo's making it out of Volume 8.
Really?
Well, just because I feel like if she gets revenge on RWBY, then she doesn't really have any reason to stick around anymore.
True.
And Cinder wants to kill her because, you know, she betrayed her. So it's... I don't know. Like, I don't think Neo's gonna die, but, like, she might just dip after this volume, or maybe... I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Alright, should I get the depressing thing over with?
Please do.
Okay, and you mentioned Brobuscus being emotional. This doesn't help. And I only realized it because of like me going back through all of RWBY for reasons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have all this stuff like RWBY and Yang thinking that their mother is dead, or RWBY and Yang thinking that their mother is now a horrifying Grim monster and likely being tortured underneath it. But you know what would make it even worse?
What?
And what would really twist the knife in?
Oh no.
If it turned out, not only was Summer alive and not a Grim, but working for Salem.
I don't...
And that's how she came up with the whole, like, hound thing. And I'll be honest, my only reasoning for this is just based on one scene in Volume 4.
Oh, yeah,
like,
this.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think this will actually be the case. I'm honestly kind of hoping that Summer is dead for a Grim, because, man, I really don't want this to happen, because, one, it'd be just that much like devastating for these characters, and I don't really want that for them. But also, I just have a lot of questions for like Summer in general. So, you remember that scene when Salem's trying to teach Cinder about her Grim arm at the table?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that Seeker Grim comes in, and she says to it, "Oh, keep looking, the relic is there."
Yep.
So, Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury are in the room with her.
Yep.
Tyrion, Hazel, and Woods are all in Mistral, like doing their own things.
Yep.
Oh.
So who's Salem talking to?
Oh. Oh, that's a good point. I mean, I don't think it's very likely, because I feel like maybe, like, Salem would have teased Yang with that when she brought up Summer Rose.
I mean,
You know,
it looked like she was about to, but then Hazel showed up.
Maybe, actually. Oh, I really hope that's not the case.
I
Yeah,
do too.
I'll be honest, the only reasoning I could think of, like, why would Summer actually do this? What if she learned about everything like RWBY did, and rather than thinking, oh, we can still, like, stop her, decided we can't stop her. What if I work with her and just make all this suffering end?
Yeah,
I mean, that would make sense, but like, these people have been going after her children directly.
Yeah, and that's why I can't really wrap my head around it entirely. That being said, if it turns out I'm 100% right, I am psychic!
Yeah, I will give you a round of applause if you call that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been wondering since RWBY and Qrow's talk of Volume 7, like, what really did happen to Summer.
Yeah, because he doesn't know, her husband doesn't know.
But...
I mean, they at least say they don't know.
Because it was never actually, like, officially said that, yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, Salem hasn't even said that Summer is dead.
Yeah. All that was really said was that she left one day and never came back.
Yeah.
That
What
was
did
it.
Salem even say about Summer back in Volume 7?
She said the same thing RWBY said, and it turns out she was wrong as well.
Yeah, so that's not really implying death. That could be
No, it's
implying
not.
like,
That could imply anything, really.
Oh god, and that could imply the thing I said.
yeah, she gave up and then just joined Salem.
Yeah. Anyways, we're done with the depressive. We're done with the depression stuff, right? Oh wait, no, we're not. Because the window shatters, Jean runs out, RWBY and Yang follow, and Penny is awake.
I'd also like to point out she's like face down on the ground
Yeah.
and like clearly jumped out of a window, so it's just like
She's gonna do
Faceplant.
superhero landing faceplant.
Yeah, just. Oh. But despite their best efforts to stop them, well, actually no. Penny does try to fight it at least a little bit more.
yeah, and while she's doing this, she calls for RWBY to help her, and RWBY does so by putting her in a full Nelson, kind of.
It like, help me! Just grabs her.
Hug.
like,
And
wow, man, great help, RWBY.
I'm just gonna point out, unlike Raditz, Penny's all, oh yeah, I can fly, and does that before anyone can use the special beam cannon.
Yeah. But Penny is stopped by Blake and Ren.
Yeah, Blake's all, oh hell no!
RWBY's almost gotten away from me before. I'm not letting it happen again.
First, Oscar gets kidnapped by a flying enemy. Now, RWBY's getting kidnapped by Penny. Not again.
Yeah.
I've said it once, I've said it before, no one is taking my future sister-in-law.
And then Weiss gravity dusts Penny down. I feel like how long has it been since Weiss used gravity dust?
I don't think
She
since
used it in
volume
Volume
3.
6.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah, she does use it in
And-
Volume 6.
Oh no, she used it in Volume 7,
When? I honestly don't
the
remember.
first episode.
Did she?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
she did.
Yep. Okay.
I know my RWBY!
You
Uh,
are the encyclopedia.
But then that begs the question: has she used it since? Because if not, then it's been more than a volume and a half.
I don't think she used... She didn't use it during the Marrow fight. I don't think she used it at any other point.
Yeah, I think ice was all she's
Hang on.
ever used since then.
Did she use it against the Hound? Like, that's the only other time I think she
No.
could have done it.
I don't
Even then,
think. I think.
No, I don't think she did.
I think it was only like ice and fire she used against the Hound.
I was literally trying to go through all of Volume 7 in my head. Like,
I don't remember
How
her
could you
using
do
fire
that?
either. I remember her
because
trying
I'm
to
that obsessed with this show.
like I remember Weiss trying to summon a Nevermore and it didn't work, but I don't remember fire.
I could be wrong about the fire.
Well, we'll go back and check, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, doesn't matter. She uses something other than
And I'm-
ice.
And I'm gonna just throw this out there. Volume 8 is still too new for me to have like every little detail that isn't Blake memorized.
Give him another month and a half and he'll be good.
Yeah.
Probably.
Anyways, point is she's used something other than ice for the first time in a long while. So, well, ice and summoning.
I just need her to use her freaking time dilation.
That bothers me
Come
so much.
on.
I really want to see that again, especially in the new engine as well.
Like, Weiss is by far one of the most versatile characters in the show, and she doesn't go full on with it.
Yeah. I think
Which-
that's the problem, because Weiss just has too many abilities.
And
But
they
then-
could be like too broken. As
Yeah.
I
well.
mean, true, but like,
I just
I
kind of
don't-
wish she does more than summoning, because in most of her fights, she just summons something.
That's
and
what
it-
made her fight with Vanol so painful.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, all she did was try to summon. Like, girl, you got way more than that. Come on.
No, and
Stop
it's
trying
even
to
worse when like she hops on a glyph and almost trips over, and then jumps into a pillar for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes no sense. Anyways, hey, Nora's back on her feet. We didn't point that out, but Nora's not lying down on a bed anymore. And then Maiden Power comes out.
Which frees her from the gravity glyph, and she starts trying to get away. And then we remember we now have a third good guy with a grappling
Okay.
weapon.
Okay, gonna be completely real. I totally forgot that Emerald has that until this
Yeah,
exact
that her
moment.
things could do
Um,
that.
Totally forgot. I
don't
guess
think
that really goes to show how long it's been since A, we've seen her, and B, we've seen her in a fight.
I think the last time she used them like that was in Volume 3.
Volume
Again.
5, I think.
Did she use them in Volume 5?
Yeah, she would constantly use them
That
to
would have
like.
been the last time
Um,
that she could have used them, yeah.
I mean, like in the
She-
grappling hook function. I don't think she used them that way against.
Oh yeah, she used it to grab Ruby.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I'm remembering that
Boom!
now.
Instant!
Yeah, she's
Get
in
over
the grab
it.
brewery. Anyways, hey, Emerald's actually helping out. That's cool.
And then we get the big moment.
Yep. The gravity dust is back. But Ruby asks Penny, hey, how can I help you?
And then we get a little something I merely was afraid of when the virus became a thing.
Yeah. Penny's response?
Penny asks Ruby to kill her.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
And
Um.
the reasoning being to make sure that the Winter Maiden power goes to her.
Ooh. I mean,
Now-
I know we've been
Like-
speculating that Team Ruby are gonna get the Maiden powers.
Not like this,
Not
please.
like
Yeah.
not like that.
And
I mean, it
I'm
makes
also
sense.
I'm also just gonna throw this out there. Well, I was terrified that this show was gonna go down that route of like forcing one of the girls to kill Penny, and they get the Maiden powers as a result. But I saw some speculation that made me realize Emerald is there.
Yeah.
Oh.
She don't give a fuck about any of that. Like, it could have gone like, oh yeah, none of the girls want to do it, so Emerald is just like, just jumps in, shank, boom, it's done, and then she gets the power.
Yeah.
And I thought they'd cross my mind when watching this scene.
Could you imagine though? Ruby does decide to go with it, but like she makes Ruby look like Cinder. As Ruby kills
no,
Cin-
don't,
Cinder gets powers.
don't do that. Although, could you imagine, like, if Emerald did just jump in and be like, alright, and just kill Penny, and then she gets the power? Like, I don't think that would help, Emerald's case at all.
No, it
Yeah.
would not. Yeah.
Oof.
But
Anyways.
then Nora brings up that Penny wouldn't be able to fight off this virus for as long as she has if she was only machine.
Yep, and then we get the moment that then we get a solution, kind of, that I, totally did not see coming.
I don't think anyone
Yeah.
did.
Easy solution. Jean, get over here.
Boost this girl's soul.
So does that technically mean the aura gives you resistance to mind control?
I guess if it's strong enough. But then again, you'd also have to question how strong that mind control is.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit weird that like the aura, like boosting her aura was able to like fend off the virus.
Actually, no.
I don't really understand how that works.
No, because it was just a virus. And it's still there. It's later confirmed. It's still
it's
there. Like it's not a
Yeah, it's not
permanent
gone.
solution.
Also, I like how Penny and Nora hug in particular, because
Yeah.
Nora's the one who mentioned that. And by the way, calling back to the Ren and Nora scene, boom! Nora is doing more than just making jokes and hitting stuff with a hammer. She is supporting Penny in so many ways, and I like this bond that they're having.
Yeah,
Yeah.
emotional support.
Yeah. See, Nora? Ren was right.
Anyways, we haven't seen a more cheery Penny
Also,
in a
we see-
while. So
We see
that's
a Yang
cool.
and Ruby hug in the background.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Okay. Do I really have? There's a little detail that it's nice, but like, man, did the fandom make such a big deal out of it? Screw it. When they all group back up together and huddle around, there's a moment where Weiss glares at Jean. I guess people took that as like, hey, look, there's Weiss and Jean doing a thing. Like, really, people?
Okay, I've said this before with Max on our discussions. Weiss don't need no man or woman or whatever they identify an.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think White Knight is like kind of long to himself. There's a small chance they could bring it back if they wanted to, but not here.
No.
Yeah.
But that's not what that was.
I also
No.
think that it would be probably better for John if he like just either found someone else or didn't end up with someone.
Yeah,
in
I
terms of his
imagine.
character.
I kind of imagine him not wanting to go off, like pursue that with Weiss, considering that's a lot of what you would talk about in front of Pura,
Yeah.
who had those same feelings for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought I'd bring this up because I remember the Rooster's Teeth comments making such a big deal out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
But you know what I make a big deal out of? This Emerald scene immediately afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. So Emerald's pretty much like. Okay. So you guys have taken hits. You guys have taken losses, mostly my fault.
By the way, when she says you guys have got your asses kicked, a part of that fault by me.
Yeah,
Yang clenches her fist when she
true.
says that.
it's true.
Tiny detail, but nice touch.
Yeah.
And goddamn, my favorite Emerald line ever, and it's up there for my favorite line of this whole episode. Look, I'm just gonna be super pissed if you finally decide to give up the moment I switch sides.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't you have just given up when I was still working for Salem?
I know, right?
But it made things much easier for me.
I like Oscar's response, like, oh, switching sides, huh?
And then Yang just lets out an aww. Emerald's all embarrassed.
Although, something weird, I don't know why it took me this long to notice it, but I was scrolling through the comments like literally just now when I mentioned the Rooster Teeth comments earlier. But someone pointed out, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to notice it, but Oscar's clothes are all healed up and cleaned up.
Klein's good with the laundry.
I guess.
Either that or also cleans clothes.
That'd be weird, but okay.
Because, no. I think me and Max talked about this as well. Like, Weiss only has that one outfit. She's not going to have a spare in Schnee Manor.
True.
Penny's ooze isn't on it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, same with Ruby as well.
So does Aura clean clothes as well, and that's why they don't stink?
I
Maybe.
guess. I don't know. I don't
Can't
know.
wait for that to get revealed at the next panel.
I think there's even been a joke about that somewhere. Anyway, going back to this episode.
Yeah.
While everyone's laughing, Blake gives Yang a little jab in the arm, and it's cute.
Yeah.
While everyone's just laughing at everything that's going on.
Yeah. I don't know where this is gonna go for Emerald in the future, but man, do I hope it works out for her.
So do I. Especially considering what might be happening in the next few episodes with
Yeah.
them running
I
into
just-
Cinder.
I just think it'd be super, I just think it'd be a massive missed opportunity if Emerald would just, alright, I'm on your guys' side now. A few episodes later, dead.
Yeah, or like back to Cinder.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, what if they pull a Zuko, and it's just like, oh yeah, they're turning. Oh, no, they're not.
I don't think it would work as well, to be honest.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Especially since,
the
like-
thing with Zuko is that like he never did anything like that. Well, he did bad stuff, but not like on the same level that Emerald has done.
Also, yeah, in the context of, like, Zuko's decision, that was him, like, having a chance to finally get the life back that, he's been after for so long.
Yeah, with Emerald is just returning to your abuser.
Yeah.
Plus, like, Salem's gonna put herself back together and tell Cinder, like, oh, by the way, so Emerald really can't
Just
go back.
FYI.
Yeah, there's
So
no way.
either she's gonna stick around with Team RWBY or she's gonna die. And I really hope that last one does not happen.
Well, I mean, she has to stick around to tell the others that, Mercury is on his way to Vacuo with Tyrion.
Well,
Yeah.
not even just that. Like, I want to see interactions with Emerald and the rest of the gang.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
Yeah,
see
that's
Emerald
it.
earn. I want to see Emerald earn that redemption she's looking for, and clearly Team RWBY and Co are willing to give it to her. But like, it's not just going to be like one episode later, be like, all right, you're fully on our team now. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the family, Emerald.
Yeah. So either
'Cause, like-
they make it out of this, and Emerald goes back to. Plus, we need Emerald to tell Mercury what happened.
Yeah, and get Mercury his redemption arc.
Yeah.
What I really want in the next few
Assuming he
episodes-
is up for that.
I think he is. Like, he seems to care about Emerald, and, if Emerald's gone, I don't really think he has much of a reason to stay working for Salem.
Plus, after spending a plane ride with Tyrion of all people alone,
Yeah, I know. Like,
I
he's
think
probably
I would
gonna-
want to switch sides too.
Yeah.
Well, even then, like, that aside, like, Emerald's gonna show up to Vacuo, find Mercury, and be like, "Oh, by the way, Hazel's dead."
He did the
Yeah.
exact opposite of what you said. He picked a fight he knew he wouldn't win.
I
And he went
really
out like an
hope.
absolute badass.
Yeah, he went out. Like, getting nuked is an awesome way to go out.
Like, I just don't think it would be a good sort of redemption arc if Emerald would be like if Emerald were to go through all of the stuff she went through in the show, have Hazel sacrifice himself so she and the others could get out,
And then just go back to Cinder.
well, not just that, she's not going back to Cinder. That's not happening, because Cinder's going to go back to Salem, and Salem's going to be like, oh, by the way, she turned on us. And then Cinder's going to kill her. I think the only possibilities are she makes it out of this with the rest, goes to Vacuo and all of that stuff, or in the next few episodes, she dies.
Yeah.
Cinder or whoever just straight up kills her.
What I really want to see in the next few episodes is just Emerald going off on Cinder.
Yeah. Like, Hazel actually risked his life for me. What have you been doing? Oh.
Yeah, Hazel was willing to die to save me, where you just keep on putting me in danger. I have done everything I can to help you, and just keep on throwing it back in my face. Like,
And you know what? Because of stuff like that, I want to see Blake support Emerald during this.
yes,
Mhm.
because, like, Blake would probably realize, you know, she's kind of gone through a similar thing that I went through with Adam, and would help her.
Hmm.
Like, maybe when, like, Emerald sees Cinder again, Blake will, like, encourage her to, like, stand up to her. Or something. Like, that could be a good scene.
Yeah. Well, anyways, all that aside, Oscar's saying, oh, by the way, I think Oz would like to have a word with you guys. If you guys aren't, gonna kill me afterwards.
Qrow's not around to punch me in the face this time, so we're good.
Yeah. And Ruby's like, all right, sure. And for the first time, oh wait, actually, wait, never mind. I forgot. I forgot about Oz taking over when being tortured by Hazel. Okay, well, no, I guess it's the first time since Volume 6 Oz has shown up in front of Team RWBY.
Yeah, the first
right.
time he's interacted with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he basically just apologizes for, like, not revealing everything to everybody and recalling that fairy tale about how just not learning from a failure and, like, just running away will only spread it.
Which you can buy in RT store right now.
You could. I have it. I do like how Yang starts off a sentence, Blake adds to it, and then Weiss finishes it.
Yeah.
Boom, the girls are just that much in sync.
Yeah.
And then Weiss looks over at her family.
Yeah.
And he's
Um,
playing with Willow.
Her
Yep.
dad, her mom, and her brother.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. I subscribe to the theory that Klein is, like, Weiss's real biological dad.
Could you imagine that? would
Oh
be
my
awesome.
gosh.
Dude, I would cheer if that is the case.
What I was gonna point out is this whole time, Emerald not once questions anything. It's like, wait, what is going on here?
I think she knows.
I feel like that's possible, but I don't know. We don't see her react to it in any way, so.
Just Oscar turns to Emerald. Oh yeah, there's an old man in my head.
And no, we don't play children's card games all the time.
And after all that, they do forgive Oz, so that's cool. Even Emerald's like, yeah, nice job.
But Penny brings out that she can still feel the virus fighting her.
Yeah. John can't keep amping her. Ren notes that that they can't keep Ironwood waiting anymore.
And Nora brings up that Penny has to go to the vault. And Ruby's all, you know what? We haven't thought about that.
Yeah. We don't see what that entails, but
We'll get there.
yeah.
But she's calling Ironwood saying, hey, she'll do it. And then we cut to Watts, who's hacked in on the conversation, and, oh, hi, Neo.
Yeah. Yeah, those three are planning something. And I don't like it.
And it's this scene that makes me hate that the Ruby losing an eye theory is resurfaced. Because Watts knows where they're going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already kind of knew, because, like, Penny was programmed to go to the vault.
Well, yeah, but they know, like, the fact that, like, the rest of the good guys might be there, and they know when.
Yeah, that's true.
So they can plot something.
Question: do they know where the vault is?
That is a good question.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't, would they?
I mean, obviously they would know
No.
that it's in Amity, and it's Atlas Academy. So I keep saying Amity. I don't know why.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ironwood said the Academy entrance.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay, never mind.
I just find it funny if Ironwood was, like, giving exact instructions on how to get to the vault from their location. So first you take a right, and you follow down this street.
I just find it funny how Ironwood would give them that when Oscar already knows where the vault is.
Somehow.
Well, Ironwood took him
Well,
there.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Also, for all we know, Oscar, like, okay, they might be in separate groups for what they're planning, and Oscar might just be going in a different group.
True, but I mean, like, Oscar could probably still give them, like, details on what exactly to do, like, where to go. Because he stayed at the academy more than anybody.
Yeah. He was chilling out with a crew in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, finding trouble, but not looking too hard, though. The references don't stop.
No.
Yeah.
But that is where the episode ends. What is Ruby's plan? Who knows? We'll wait until the next episode to find out.
Yeah, I was talking to Aidan about this before you showed up. The next episode is episode 12.
Indeed.
So, Volume 6, Episode 12. Adam died.
Yay.
Volume
Indeed.
7, Episode 12. Clover died.
Boo.
Indeed.
Volume 8, Episode 12, question mark?
Okay, see, that's all possible, but you also need to take into consideration this is Volume 8, Episode 11, and no one suffered any serious injury.
True.
Yes.
Which that's been happening since Volume 3.
Does emotional injuries count?
No.
Okay.
I choose to believe they probably do, but I choose to believe they don't.
Okay, you choose to believe they don't.
Yeah, Volume 3. Yang loses an arm, Blake gets stabbed. We mentioned that earlier. Volume 4. I actually don't remember what was in episode 11 of Volume 4.
Is that the one where Qrow gets stabbed, or...?
No.
No, that happens way earlier. Like, he would have been suffering from the poison at that point. Sun got stabbed, but I think that was sooner as well.
Yeah, I don't know, actually. Anyways, Volume 5, Weiss gets impaled.
Yeah.
And then Volume 6. Actually, no. Because Volume 6 doesn't have any, like...
Yeah, so it's not always going to be, like, 11 or 12, like, this happens.
Yeah.
But it's still something to note, just...
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also
Well, I
looking
mean-
at the wiki, and no one got hurt on episode 11 either.
Okay,
unless you count the Beowulf that Tyrion just stabbed over and over and over.
Okay.
I remember using that in my favorite clip, like, ever made for a crack vid.
I don't know. I mean, I totally expect somebody to die before this volume is over, but in the next episode, especially considering there's still 3 episodes left, I don't know. I mean, like, maybe the episode after, or maybe Ironwood dies in, like, the finale or something.
I had a little theory as to how we could end Atlas here and start heading off to Qrow.
What's that?
Okay. So, this big fight is going on,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden, Blake gets a little ping on her scroll. She
Yeah.
looks at it, and she's getting a call from Ilya. And she's like, wait, how is Ilya calling me? Well, what up with that? Answers it, and Ilya's all, oh, are you by a window, or do you just have a view of Atlas? Because look this direction. She looks, and there's a fleet of Mistral ships sporting the new Faunus movement logo.
Oh, that's
Boom!
cool.
That's what Kira's plan was. And
That'd be
he
cool.
did call Ilya when the message went out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dude, if it's like S.H.I.E.L.D. showing up at the Age of
and, like,
at the end of Age of
well-
Ultron, just like, that'd be cool.
And, like, I don't know, I still feel like there has to be some sort of payoff to that in this volume. Like, yeah, like, Atlas is far away, but, like, I don't know.
Well, if they started moving like as soon as possible, they could get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, we don't know whereabouts Ilya and Qrow were in the
We know-
world.
We know they were in Mistral, apparently.
Yeah, they're in Mistral, which isn't that far from Atlas.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess they
'Cause
could
it took-
still get there.
Because it took Team Root. Like, how long would it have taken them
I would
by
say-
train to get from?
Oh, I'm
Mist-
just thinking of when they got to Argus and then to Atlas.
Yeah, because the
that-
train
that
ride
trip
was only.
at least half a day.
Yeah. So, like, you could get there by ship within a day, probably, from like
Yeah,
Mistral
True.
to Atlas.
And by the point I'm thinking of, it would have been a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we probably won't see people like Son or anyone from Beacon, obviously, but like it is possible
No.
like a small group of like Faunus with Gira and Ilya could get to Atlas. Then just pick up Team RWBY and head to Qrow.
Oh, I'm thinking like a whole bunch of ships and they like get all the civilians like in
Oh, yeah, that too.
Atlas.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible. Oh, we didn't mention this. I lost my train of thought. It's during the Ruby and Yang talk.
Oh yeah, going back to that, can I just say, massive kudos to Lindsay and Barbara.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah. Okay, I found it. Okay, I had to remember for a hot second. They mentioned. So Ruby mentions like her plan went horribly wrong. The message didn't get out in full, and Atlas fell. Amity. The one time I actually need to say
The
Amity.
one time you actually need to talk about Amity.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay, so that begs one very important question for me. Where are Maria and Pietro?
Yeah.
Right?
Are they
Oh,
just like still drifting in like the middle of the tundra in Amity as it's like falling? Are
Yeah.
they dead?
Slowly.
Yeah. Are they just dead?
Because if so, that's a brutal way for them to go out, crashing in the middle of the tundra and freezing to death.
Yeah. Also, but
Right, unless they had a ship that, like, because they would have had to have some mode of transportation to get to and on Amity. So it would make sense they could have just got on that and then left.
Didn't Penny fly them up into Amity, or?
No. She just went by herself.
Okay.
Like, Pietro was already there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, if you remember when he took control of Penny to do all that stuff, like, he said he was controlling her from Amity.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, like, where are they? What happened to them? Where is Amity? Like, where did it crash?
If it's even crashed by this point.
That's also true. It's probably still
It's
drifting.
been like how long since Amity started to fall?
Half
like
a day, I want to say.
something like that.
So they probably would have landed by now, I'd assume.
Maybe. Didn't Pietro say something how it was like slowly drifting down or something?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Either way, that's just a question I wanted to bring up. Like, I don't know what's happening with them. I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of weird how we keep saying like Pietro has like these massive death flags on him, and he's only appeared in like 2 episodes.
And now he's just gone.
Now he's just
Yeah.
gone. Like we don't know where he
It also
is.
means that he's not nearby to revive Penny if something happens.
Oh, it's true. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad actually.
Um,
Especially if he is dead, then no one can bring back Penny. But I don't think they would kill Pietro and Maria off screen though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nah, 'cause that'd be dumb.
That'd be lame.
Because like especially after how long Maria's been with Team RWBY, just to like off-screen kill her would be
Yeah.
major letdown.
Yeah. And I know there are a bunch of characters that we have learned died off screen as well, but they weren't.
They weren't important.
Mainstays.
Um.
Like they were more or less just background or one-off characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, did anyone really care about like Nolan's team?
Exactly. I was
much?
just about to bring this up. No.
Yeah.
No, really.
Um,
Also, does anyone even give a crap about Team Cardinal?
Yeah. Exactly.
No, not really. I wouldn't be surprised if they all ended up dead.
Wait, did they die or?
I don't
don't
it's
know.
been confirmed.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen them at all.
Like, I don't think they're even meant. They might be mentioned in like a flashback or something in the books, but I don't think their status is confirmed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time we even saw Carden, he wet himself when a couple of Grimm showed up, and then Qrow killed them. At least that's how I remember that scene going.
Well, he more so was fighting Atlas drones, and then they got shot out of nowhere by Ironwood.
Oh yeah, no, that was it. It was
anyways,
a Carden
yeah.
scene. Doesn't cares.
Anyways, yeah, just wanted to bring that up, because we totally blew by it before. But yeah, that's the episode.
Man, a lot of depressing stuff went down,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna stop anytime soon.
Yeah.
No.
There's only so many jokes I can make.
Ooh, I didn't even. Okay, so when I first watched these episodes, I don't really tend to stick around for the credits long enough to see all of the concept art. I just kind of
Admittedly, me neither.
Yeah,
I
same.
just kind of stop when the voice cast comes up because that's like the most I care about. But yeah, I just skipped around a little bit during the concept art. And we have a confirmed height for Emerald. She is 5'7". So that's cool.
So I'm taller than Emerald.
Yes.
I have a book here that lists all the characters' heights.
Okay.
Yeah. Or at least this is like volumes 1 through 3.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Is it like a specific book that only mentions everyone's heights, or is it like just a fact book?
It's the RWBY Volume 1 official Japanese fan book, revised edition.
Oh,
I have the regular edition too.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they only sold this for a limited amount of time.
But anyways, yeah.
Man, Nora is tiny.
Yeah, she is.
She's 5'1".
5'1", God.
Yeah, she's canonically shorter than Ruby, which is weird to think about.
And Neo's canonically shorter than her.
Which is even weirder to think
Neo,
about.
like 4'9" or something.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, mostly this was just like a catch-up talking episode. Kind of catch up with our characters, like kind of get them caught up to speed on what each side has been going through.
Yeah. But it's still been a very interesting episode as well, especially for one of those types of episodes.
Yeah, because those types of episodes are very easy to make boring.
Yeah, which I feel like happened a lot in Volume 5, but that just shows how much RWBY's like learned from that and gotten better at doing those types of episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're done, I thought, I'll just close the tab of the episode. I went out to the X and I noticed like a little red dot. And I'm just like, wait, why is that there? I almost closed the tab for our conversation.
Oops.
Oh boy, I'm happy I noticed.
Yeah. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, and I guess this is just me overhyping myself. After all of the teases and whatnot that the Qrow have put out for this episode, I guess I was expecting more.
Yeah.
Oh, funny you should say that.
Oh boy, what now?
Neve commented on the next episode too.
What did he say about the next one?
Oh great.
There's going to be some big things happening in the next episode as well.
And then it's just another talking episode.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, imagine that.
Also, I still have yet to hear Blake scream and be emotional. But the longer it doesn't happen, the more I'm just like, when?
Okay, I could probably make you feel a little bit better. I don't like this. Could very well not be the case, so keep that in mind. But what if that was just made just as like a just in case? Like, what if that was just recorded? Like just in case we need it. For this. But maybe it just doesn't come up.
Maybe?
Because that happens
Possibly.
because that happens with other voice performances from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Like they record lines
In,
like they record lines and emotions that aren't actually featured.
yeah, because that's what they did in Empire Strikes Back with James Earl Jones.
Oh no, I know the story. The guy who plays Vader, like in the suit, he said something completely different. The only ones who knew about the "I am your father" twist were Mark Hamill, James Earl Jones, and George Lucas.
Yeah.
No one else knew. It was just those three.
Yeah, because I wanted to keep it as big of a surprise as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to like ease the pain a bit, but
Yeah, you're giving him hope before it gets ripped away.
yeah.
You say that, it just makes me think of that Hawkeye clip from Endgame. Just don't give me hope.
I mean, like, still expect it, but like, keep that in mind.
Dude, at this point, I just want it to happen so I can just know, like, okay, it's happened. I can just look at the rest of the volume and be like, okay, what's gonna happen? And
Did she
before
specify it was...
before anyone makes any snarky remarks, Erin's already said she's recording for volume 9, so
Oh,
no,
okay, yeah. No.
that isn't going to happen to Blake.
What? Why do people even
What?
try to speculate that at this point?
I don't
But
know
what-
if people are actually trying to speculate it. I'm just throwing it out there just in case people get any ideas.
I hate to be the dumb one out of the three of us again.
Blake
but
dies.
What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, not happening.
No. No, at this point, I think, like, Team RWBY are, like, totally protected from death.
Yeah, remember when Naruto decided to kill Naruto off and make Sasuke the protagonist?
I know, right? Like, definitely. Yeah.
Or, what else?
So,
Like,
I guess a thought is that maybe they were going to have a scene where, Blake reacts to the bomb, or Oscar's nuke, rather.
I mean, that was the big speculation for a long time.
Yeah,
And they
maybe,
cut it or
maybe,
something?
yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe it was supposed to be there, but they cut it out because there was actually apparently some like this
Oh, you know
'cause-
what? That reminds me of the like the dance club scene. Like that was meant to be a thing in the last volume.
yeah
with
Yeah.
Blake and Yang.
or in like the last
And they might have
episode
just cut it for time.
or no, not the last episode, the episode before that. When they were escaping Monstro, apparently they had written some like interactions between Yang and Emerald. That didn't make it into the final episode.
Oh, that's a shame.
Huh.
Well, to be fair, they were in a rush to get out, so time and place. But
Yeah, true.
so I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Again, still expect it, but just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I
I do think, going back on the previous thing though, I think the tweet before was hyping up, Oz getting reintroduced, Emerald kind of confirming she's switching sides. I think that was supposed to be the big thing, but I think we
Yeah.
were all kind of expecting it, which didn't have the big so it didn't have as big of an impact as it was kind of getting hyped up to be.
Well, that and
Yeah.
Neve's also just saying, hey, don't go on social media and spoil the episode.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which you
apparently
should do
people
anyway.
on YouTube can't seem to get that memo.
Oh, people don't get that for Death Battle either. Not even an hour after Yoda vs. King Mickey comes out, people post videos like, oh, here's what the next time is. Just blatantly in the title and the thumbnail.
Yeah, I remember.
See, this is
a few
why.
months ago, I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the first time, completely blind, and I got up to Chapter 7. And for those that don't know, there's a big thing that happens in Chapter 7 of that game. A character gets revealed. And I got that spoiled a day before I got to that moment, because I'd looked up a guide on getting past the previous point, so my feed had a bunch of Xenoblade videos, and then that just got spoiled for me. Worst feeling ever.
You see, this is why Rooster Teeth has those copyright bots. I know that's a very touchy subject, but this is why they exist. So keep that in mind. People complaining about reaction videos getting struck down because reasons. Yeah.
I think most of the reactors have the wait until the episode comes out publicly before they post.
Well, they do, but there
I
was
have seen
there were
I have
times.
seen the odd few try and sneak theirs in just before it comes out.
Yeah,
which you shouldn't really do.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's
Um,
just like, are you just that desperate for views?
Well, like there was a time when reaction videos would come out, like when the episodes would come out for first members. Like I think it really started with the whole bots thing started with like Ganon vs Dracula because Sasuke vs Hiei got a bunch of reaction videos out before the episode was public. I think I could be wrong on that, but that's about what I remember.
You know, I remember that being when it starts.
But yeah, for those whining and complaining, why do my videos keep getting struck down? Well, that's part of the reason. Well, it's not your fault specifically, but it's to prevent those types of people from popping up again.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you think it's like not a big deal because it's like RWBY stuff, imagine if people like spoiled things that you really liked in the same way. You know, you'd hate that too, and you'd want there to be some sort of way to prevent that.
Yeah.
You know, the day me and my brother went to go and see Infinity War together for the first time, like, I was just meeting him at the cinema, and, okay, he told me about a spoiler that he had, but he didn't really go into detail. He just told me that while he was waiting for me, he overheard some kid who, just after seeing the movie, just loudly yells, "Oh, I'm glad insert name here didn't die."
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
great.
worst kind of people.
Thanks, kid.
Like, you just walk out of cinema and just loudly say something about the movie. That's like
Yeah.
I'd hate those, like, if someone like that if I met them. I remember one time I was at school, this was like years ago, like I just started primary school, and it was not too long after The Force Awakens came out, and there's a certain character that something happened to them, and I was playing a game, like one of those online games with one of my friends, and he named his character in that, "This character dies," and spoiled it for me.
Wow.
Oh, great.
Oh, I got back at him though, so it's all good.
Oh, fair enough.
I spoiled something for him just to show him the pain.
But anyways, yeah. Well, okay. I should clarify, going back to this episode. Yes, I was expecting more, but it was still a good episode. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't mean that we think it's
Oh yeah, it was a
bad.
fantastic episode.
like there was definitely a need for an episode like this after so long having like so much crap happen. We definitely needed a moment to like sit back and think about what's happening and what to do next, rather than just, all right, this is what we're doing next.
Yeah. And it's important for shows to have these kind of like human moments as well.
Yeah.
And now there's like we've done a lot of stuff that we won't need to like spend time doing like in the next few episodes. Like now it can just be action. Like
Yeah.
go.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, action's great, but I don't want the show to just be all action, no plot.
Yeah, because then why would we care? It's just us watching people fight. Like, all right.
Like,
Which is,
why,
like,
why should I give a
good.
damn about these characters?
Yeah. Like that's kind of like a big. So we're recording this the same day that Death Metal Cast had their prequels versus sequels. Like Star Wars prequels versus Star Wars sequels debate.
Ooh. How'd that go?
Prequels ended up winning.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I do
personally,
too.
but-
But one of the things that I didn't bring this up in chat because I didn't really pay much attention to the chat.
I only brought up one thing in the chat, and it was just when they were talking about Luke throwing that lightsaber away.
Hmm.
It's just like, yeah, like that's the lightsaber he had when his dad cut his hand off. And all this other stuff went down. Yeah, let's also not forget that lightsaber was also the one that was used to murder children.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan knowingly gave that to Luke.
Yeah.
If I can quote Unusual Suspect here, imagine if someone gave you a gun that had been used in a mass shooting.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that
That's-
specific gun.
That's more or less what Obi-Wan did.
Yeah.
It's kind of effed up when you think about it.
Yeah, because imagine if he explained that to Luke when he gave him the weapon. Did you know
oh-
this weapon was used to slaughter hundreds of children? Anyway, have fun with your glow stick, Luke.
Yeah. But no, something I brought up in a Discord chat that I was talking in during that stream is that, like, yes, sure, the fights in the sequels are, like, objectively better. Like, they're better look. They've got the technology on their hands to make them visually appealing. But, like, I don't care for these characters, so why should I care about whether or not they survive the fight? Like, anything you could do to make the fight look cool is null and void to me when I don't care about the people fighting.
Exactly. Because, like, the prequels,
and-
they weren't perfect, but they still had good fights along with characters you cared about.
Yeah.
Although I will say, except the Anakin Dooku fight,
Which one?
the one in Episode 2, because
Oh, yeah.
it's just shitty close-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't. The fight before and after was cool though.
Oh yeah.
But no, like, the prequels aren't perfect, but, like, they have characters I care about and I want to see go forward. The sequels don't. I don't give a crap about anybody in the sequels.
Yeah.
You
so,
know,
like,
something about the prequels was said in one of Suspect's reviews, and I can't not think about it anytime I hear them get brought up.
Oh, what did he say?
Well, because the Phantom Menace, like, the most despised of the prequels, uses the least CGI out of all of them. That basically means Phantom Menace is the one that's gonna age the best.
That's funny to think about, actually.
yeah.
Like, hell, Revenge of the Sith, most of it is in front of a blue screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, like, character building is helped out by scenes or, in this case, episodes like this. It gives personality to these characters and it makes us actually, give a crap about them.
Also, it progresses the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, people would be complaining if, like, we moved on and no one was like, oh, why didn't they talk to Oz? Or what happened with that? Or, like...
Why is Emerald suddenly totally okay with this?
Yeah, exactly. Like, this gives context to stuff and allows us to move forward with the story instead of just skipping past the important stuff.
I remember talking to someone, I can't remember who it was. I don't know, but I think they were trying to say they consider Volume 4 filler. And it's just like,
How?
no, I don't know, but also, like, okay, try watching RWBY Volume 3, skip 4, and then go to 5. I dare you to tell me you won't have any questions, like, oh, why does Yang suddenly have her arm back? Or, wait, who are these people that Blake is with? Why is Sun there? Or, why is Weiss not in Atlas? Who's this pilot dude?
Why is Weiss getting smuggled? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's this Ilya chick?
I mean, I can understand having some issues with Volume 4, and I mean, I do too.
But
But,
I'll
like-
admit it's my least favorite volume out of the lot, but it is not filler.
Yeah, like,
No.
calling it filler is going a bit too far.
No, you have to watch that in order to understand the plot.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what filler isn't.
Yeah. Like, very few times, like, filler does have anything important in it that you need to watch.
I mean, there can be filler where it's just at least enjoyable. Like,
Yeah, like the ostrich thing with Naruto.
Oh,
Or,
I was
like,
thinking of Goku and Piccolo learning how to drive.
oh yeah, that's a much better example. or like in more modern anime, you had like some of the filler episodes of My Hero Academia are like really good. Like the one where they're all like doing like the swimming competition that was good. That's all filler.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the manga, and so people really enjoyed it, but it didn't have any like massive plot elements.
But anyways, yeah. Good episode all around.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and
kind of went off on
I just-
tangents there.
Yeah.
we kind of did. We do that a lot.
But I want to say, I think this episode has like the best performances, like the best voice performance out of any episode, this volume. Like it's so good. Every single voice actor in those credits deserves massive props for this episode in particular.
Absolutely. Does anyone have anything else to add, or?
No, I don't.
No,
I think
I
I'm
don't.
good.
Yeah. All right.
All right, because I'm not gonna lie, I need sleep.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably just gonna head off after this too.
Okay. On that note, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Pray for your favorite characters.
Please. Like,
So
I don't know where I was gonna go with that, but just. Well, if I have to hit like screaming a whole bunch, can it just happen already and just get it over with?
Yeah, Band-Aid, rip it off fast.
And if it leads to a confession between her and Yang, I'm like all the more for it. And also, since Ren and Nora's made my eyes well up, please have that one just make me full on cry.
But anyways, yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.